to Die, episode 109. Hit it, DJ. All right, guys, girls, and squirrels.
Well,
Hey, how you guys doing today? This is your head game master and DM here, and known as Mayhem the Heart's Mace. Hope all is well. I am playing Princess Ophelia tonight, and possibly another character. I'll let you know in a little bit. This is our episode 109.
woo.
Okay, so now, skyship we go into the sky. Everybody enjoy it. So now we're going to start introducing everybody. We have our special guest in the studio with me tonight. He can introduce himself and say hi if he wants.
He's the disembodied hand corner.
Like Mario Kart.
All right, he's gaming on the other side. He might join us for a couple little spurts for some cameos for other characters. Now we're going to go on to the next list. Dark Trooper, you like to introduce yourself, my friend.
Greetings and salutations coming from you live from my couch in an undisclosed location. I will be playing. This is Dark Trooper. I will be playing as Grismont the Flesh Splitter, the one and only, and Fleming, and briefly as Grismont the Face Splitter.
And then last but not least,
and bringing you your music and also playing as everyone's favorite fire ganassi, Edward Knight, and Droll Aegir, everyone's favorite Dragonborn, drunk Dragonborn at that. I am
Here's
DJ Thunderbass.
woo! You heard it live, people.
Uh-oh.
All right.
And there was much rejoicing. Yay.
So,
That was me turning off the light. Sorry about the click.
first, I need to do an introduction, my friend. This is Rolling to Die, everybody. Now, remember, we'll be rolling for everybody, but first, we're going to go into what happened last week. Your smaller ship landed here. You did your job. You helped out and aided. You took the dead body of Auric Scattermace to the cleric. As she stated, it's going to take a couple days, if not more. If not, she needs items. They are going to fly for them. While this was happening, a green portal opened up.
Up.
Grismont flew in at one point, disappearing during combat. No one saw him but one. And that person wasn't going to say anything.
And a
So,
guest, and apparently a guest star of the June, the Beagle.
oh yes. Grismont got pulled into the portal by Luno and Mayhem, saying how we need him for another kind of adventure. To fight some creatures and monsters that he's specially suited for. Where fear doesn't affect you, you affect fear. You
Oh
guys
yeah,
are walking.
very.
Oh yes. As you're walking down the road, Mayhem and Luno, as Mayhem finally stopped trying to fight with Grismont, and they finally all started walking together. You reach a fork in the road. Down the path to the left and your right. I'd like you to roll a perception check for me, Grismont, and let me know what you see with that.
2 plus 5, 7.
7. You don't see much when you're just looking. You just see two dark pathways amongst the one you came from. Yeah.
Wait, am I still walking with Lionel and Mace?
Yes, you're still walking with Luno and Mayhem.
I reach over to Luminal and tap her on the shoulder and say, "Oi, boss, can you go get me hat? I left it with the princess."
She looks at you and looks back, going, "Remind me after we meet our friends."
Well,
It's gonna
boss,
take me.
it's a very fancy hat, and I really like it. And it's been with
Roll
me
for
since I started my days.
Yeah, roll a persuasion check for me with advantage and see if you can persuade her. She'll do it just faster if you persuade her.
7, 9 plus 5, 14.
14. Okay. She looks at you and you don't exactly persuade her. She smiles, goes, "No matter what, it's going to take me at least 1 minute. I have to search and find the time and place." Also without her knowing. And she smiles.
Because remember, I'm
As she,
still wearing the aviator and goggle cap combo.
as she starts reading in her book and mumbling, as she starts seeing spells raise off of the page and starts twisting and glowing green and black. She stands in the middle of the fork and road, and Mayhem walks in front of her as like a guard or armor to make sure no one gets in the way. Mayhem sees with a 16 down the left fork of the road a purple tiefling with wings, armor, walking. And on the right side of the fork of the road, small 2.5 foot, maybe 3 foot halfling, or gnome, you would say. The tiefling being Crom Tombfall, the purple tiefling cleric that is known as a wolf. She helps being the leader of the Doom Brawlers. As you see, the champion of the PvP and Doom Brawlers coming from the right side, Reuben. You see a skinny little man walk right up to you to your knee. Anything you want to say, James, is Reuben, as you walk up and see a big orc and you see Mayhem? You've seen Mayhem before.
I wasn't trying to do it that way.
Just say so if you want. If not, I'll do it.
You can play again.
All right. He just looks down at your knee and looks up. Just goes, "What's up?" He just looks back and skitters away right behind Mayhem, and you just don't see him anymore. Just kind of disappears. As Chrome walks up, purple wings. You see the purple tiefling going, "All right,
Purple,
so,
eh?
oh yes." So you can't see her really. All you see is armor. You see this floating armor and a glowing flail and small shield. And you hear a voice, but you don't see anybody except for some black hair floating in the air and some red eyes.
And my orc goes, "Why is there a piece of armor just floating in the air?"
They all look at you confused. Mayhem's going, I wear purple armor. Or do you see me naked all the time? As he looks down, because you see the green accents, but there's mostly purple. As he starts thinking to his head, going, has this orc the whole time thought of me being shirtless?
I
So-
don't think it's that way.
You orcs are weird. As Mayhem looks over, going, this is Chrome Tomb Pro. She's a purple tiefling. And she goes, yes, I'm purple. What's the issue here with this orc? What do you mean? Would you not see the color or what? As Uno looks over, rolling her eyes, and walks up to Chrome, whispers in her ear. Chrome goes, oh, you're that kind of orc. Notice
You're from
that-
that dimension.
Yeah, she just nods going, you're not supposed to be here. But technically, I'm not supposed to be here either. So, win-win. We have to deal with some creatures. We have to get to town. And after we get there, we have to find out where these creatures are. I'll let you know when we get there. And then all you see is a green portal reach through this book of Bruno. She pulls out the hat and she throws it at you.
Thanks, boss. I quickly take off my cap, my AVR cap, stick it into my pocket, and then put my very fancy hat and just give it a quick little adjustment and make sure my feather is very flashy. The two feathers, a red and a blue one, are very flashy and very nice looking.
All right.
And somehow I feel a little bit more dexterous and a little bit more lucky while I have my hat on.
Lucky orc. Smart to be in this kind of crazy.
In fact, that's so fancy. That's its name, Fancy Hat, with a Z. It is so fancy. It has a Z. Now that is a fancy hat.
So did you get them from Hatchworth or something?
All right, so he got a special hat that he puts on and equips. And Luna closes the book and looks back, going, back to the adventure now, right?
I suppose.
All right, so it cuts to the scene of you guys walking back down the Portland Road where Chrome came from on the left side. And that was set the scene for doing these things. Back to the sky ship. Now, this is rolling die, but I would like for everybody to roll 2d23 and let me know what those 2d20 are.
8 and 13. 8 and 5. 13.
5 and 12.
You said what was yours, Conte?
5 and 12.
12. What did I get? 11 and a 5. We all got a 5 in there. That's funny.
What a coincidence.
Right? It looks like all of us are going to be having a bad day. This is going to be fun.
Or at least the Grismon and all them the level 20s are gonna have a good day.
Oh yeah, that is an episode or two away. Back to the ship here. It's been about a week or so. You guys have rested, and you're flying, trying to get to a certain, how can you say, monastery or mountain, to get a certain item you need to finish the player can bring back your friend. As the ship is flying. What are you guys doing? We'll start with Fleming first, and then we're going to go right into. Oh yeah, Edward Knight was supposed to pop in there too. For talking to you guys. Let's get back to that for 1 second. As you guys are walking down the shadows, right? I forgot for 1 second. So I wrote it down and everything. I looked down, going, "Hey, listen." I even wrote, "Hey, listen." It's even funnier thing. Edward Knight, you appear in the shadows as we start walking down the road. Is there anything you say or do?
I look at Grismont and I'm like, ooh, you're new? Who are you?
Grismon looks over like, you come back for your proper crumpet.
Whoa!
He grabs it by the breastplate and lifts him up.
Roll a acrobatics or athletics check to see if you can be faster than Edward Knight as he tries to jump back in the shadows behind Calm.
24, 17 plus 7.
All right, Devontae, roll a stealth check for me. Or sorry, acrobatics or athletics check to see if you can beat a 24.
It was a 12 plus 7, so 19.
Right as you try to jump into the shadows, for the first time, Edward Knight has never experienced someone fighting someone that knows how to fight a shadow person. But Grismont's already fought you 10 levels higher than you normally are. So you see this big green hand grab your chest plate of your red armor, and you're like, wait. And you get pulled back out of the shadows, and he's raising you up all ragey with an axe in his hand, flaming, going, you.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, buddy! I just met you. What's going on here?
You need a proper crumpet, that's what you need. You try to kill me and my mates.
Whoa! I've never met you guys before. Who are you even?
Luna walks up and puts her hand on Grismont's shoulder, and Mayhem does too. And they go, different timeline, Grismont. 30 years different. Yeah, this is Edward Knight 20 or 30 years prior. Same thing with Chrome here, before she becomes the Purple Queen of Death. And Chrome goes, how did you know? I mean, she looks down. Mayhem and Luna just give this look of, you know, we would deal with time, right? We're the guys that are lost in time, so yeah. And Luna nods, going, I have everything in this book, and you can't destroy it. I told you.
Spoilers.
Chrome looks over, going, so you're trying to force my plans. And Mayhem and Luna go, actually, no. Your plans need to succeed. It's kind of dark, but it's better than the other option. So, the Dark Queen, but go fuck yourself. It's still gonna hit you really hard when it does that. As he smiles, and she goes, why is that? And Luna goes, you kill one of our friends. We have. Now, if you choose not to kill one of our friends, we may not kill you. As Chrome goes, we'll talk later.
Meanwhile, when you guys are having that conversation, Grismon is shaking him like, fine, I won't crump you this time.
big old bump of me.
Mayhem grabs your arm and pulls your arm down, realizing he's similar. You guys are both similar strengths. You finally let Edward Knight's feet hit the floor, but you're still grasped onto his armor pretty tight. As he looks at you, going, "If it comes to sparring or fighting, you can later. Right now, we need him, and he specializes in killing what we're going after. Your
I
skills are."
still needs proper crumping, but I'll let him go for this time. So I let him go.
Maybe that's the reason why Edward Knight started torturing him 30 years later. He's like, "I remember you, asshole." You guys just had a constant cycle of bullying each other. That makes, oh my god, seriously? Let's keep it going. Got a Joker and got a Harlequin kind of over there. That's okay. Actually, this is just so. Now that we're here, I would like for Drawl and Fleming. Both of you, where are both of you on the ship right now after a week?
I should still be up on the crow's nest.
Being all creepy like. Just looking down like,
Well, I mean, he came down every now and then to grab food and
use the facilities.
yeah, but he's mainly staying in the crow's nest as a lookout.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I have the eyes of the eagle, so I figured that'd be the best spot for me.
Fleming has been walking back and forth, cleaning and repairing the ship as best he can.
All right, so while you guys are doing that,
he was using just to demolish all those dragons.
oh yeah, there was a big mess. Okay, so I got that set. Get my D&D Beyond set. Here we go. Everything's ready. Fleming, you were cleaning as the captain bumps into you. Zila. As you see her with her hat and her big sword, she smiles, going, "So you met my sister. You know, the necromancer. How is she?"
No. Last time we saw her, she was sinking at the bottom of the ocean.
She searched
necromancers, but you know how necromancers are. They're like a bad penny. They always come back where you least expect them.
She smiles and goes, "Not the first time. But at least she finally gets that ghost ship she's always wanted. I'm just gonna remember not to land anywhere in certain coasts." She chuckles and walks past you and thanks you for your cleanliness. And she tosses you a bag with 5 gold. All right, now, Brawl, Algier. 5 gold. Yep. Brawl, Algier, what are you doing?
He is up in the crow's nest, and if I'm not mistaken, there was one other person up there with me, wasn't there? And wait, no, I knocked them out.
There was, but you
Did I get back up there?
not anymore. No, he never wants to go back up there again.
After getting pelted in the face with drunken battery, with basically being pelted in the face by drunken battery acid. I think he's a little offended.
So I'm still the only one up there?
Yes, you're still the only one up there.
Okay, I'm just taking a drink of my rum then.
All
How
right, so he's
very
gonna
how
get.
very appropriate for a ship.
And it's my Mega Spice rum.
Again, like I said, how very appropriate to drink on board a ship.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
So what'd you roll?
Okay, so this is a +2 to everything. So an 8, 15, and a 14. With a +2, so that's 10, 17, and 16.
The 16 to 17 are successes, but that other one is unknown now. You take a good swig, you get all nice and good. You're like, oh, great morning. You hold it, and you're looking around and see the sun rising. You see the nice, clean, brisk floor that Fleming just cleaned. And you see
Uh-oh.
the guy you Ralphed on last week and his buddy walking, laughing, going, it's so clean here, you didn't even know what just happened. And you go, "Whoop," right over, right on both of them. All that
Oh,
work. Wasted. Fleming, as you're cleaning, you look over after being complimented, hearing a splat. And you hear two guys screaming in pain, being burnt again, running the wicket, wash the acid off.
Flemeth grabs one of the standard pens and chucks it at him. Like, you damn bastard! I just cleaned that.
Roll an acrobatics. No, sorry, roll a strength check for me. This is in the crow's nest. You gotta check it all the way up.
Oh ho ho! Net 20 plus 3.
Oh, so explain to me how you chucked this bucket at his head. Bucket or barrel? What did you throw?
I look over and I see this big splash, and it's like in a bloody rage of just pure anger and hatred, with red face and everything. I just take my bucket and just chuck it, and I give it a good swing, like a sling, and just chuck it right at his head.
So, like an anime form, you see him chuck it in the air and go, Brawl
Oh,
looks like going,
nat
huh?
1 for my acrobatics.
Oh no. So, Drawl, as you
Oh.
fly past your head like a rocket speed up in the air, you're like, whoa, that almost hit me. And you look back up in the air and you're like, oh, the sun. As the sun starts getting blotted out with something, you're like, what is that? Super fast. Wind bucket caught on fire with how fast it came back down and hit you in the face and launched you back down. You rocked the crow nest. Even the ship itself kind of just did a, and everybody's like, what just happened? As you took 15 points of bludgeoning damage flying at your
How
face.
much?
15.
15?
Yes, 15.
Woo!
And you got a
No
flaming
one messes
bucket.
with the dwarf.
The dwarf is a cleaning dwarf with OCD. How dare you? So, on that note, Ophelia, Princess Ophelia walks up. Good morning, everyone. What the hell is going on? I was trying to tell everybody I made eggs and breakfast, but you lit everything on fire already. What's going on? You're screaming. You got a flaming bucket. You two are yelling. It's a Saturday, isn't it? No, it's Friday. Shit. She walks away.
No, princess. This is just stupid kid who can't handle his damn liquor. That's what.
You guys hear a chuckling in the shadows. And then nothing. What was that? you guys know, the only one that technically does DJ Thunderface is level 30 now. Edward Knight. Oh, a stealth check for advantage from me, Devontae, for Edward Knight.
Oh, he's got natural advantage anyways.
Well, carry on, kind sir. Carry on.
A 19 plus 6. So 25.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, none of them see you, as they're all level 10s. Even the captain walks past your shadow and has no idea. There, anything you want to do or hide in at the time being as Edward Knight?
I'm actually going to roll perception for draw because if he rolls a nat 20, he actually could see it.
Yeah, he does.
I'm going to roll a straight roll since he's drunk right now.
He's drunk and just got hit in the head really hard.
He has a natural advantage, so by taking disadvantage, it'd be a straight roll.
Yep, and mind you, you got hit in the head, so you're no matter what you do, see.
Yeah, no, he doesn't see him. He doesn't see him. An 8 plus 6.
So you heard a chuckle and laugh as you're in the crow's nest as Drawl the Dragonborn. You look around.
Wouldn't I be on the deck now? Wouldn't I have fallen out of the crow's nest by getting hit by that bucket?
Well, that's falling damage on top of it, so that would be an extra 5 points of falling damage. So yeah, so altogether you took 20 damage then. Yes,
I
you're
just see
laying
him
there.
laying on the deck, just twitching a little bit because he's just like, what the fuck just hit me?
He sits up and tries to look around and can't see ahead of him too much besides like a few feet right now. You heard a chuckle, but that was as far as it went. You couldn't determine, see, or know where it was. That is all for that. Princess Ophelia finally comes back up with the food. As the captain goes, wait, no, don't bring food up. Right as she brings the food up, not clicking in her head, being young, trying to surprise all of you. A wind. Flying all over around everywhere as it flings in the air. You start getting surrounded by birds. You hear the commander going, well, at least we know when you land. But those are eggs for the rest of the morning. The toast. That was my toast. That was my toast. And she runs down. Order more toast. What all you guys do?
I just thought of something. I hadn't cleaned out the bucket. I hadn't cleaned out the liquid from the bucket from when I was cleaning already.
That's gross. It's everywhere.
Just to add a little extra insult to injury.
You guys are gonna have fun. So if you guys have to roll perception checks for me as the wind is gusting really high. See the sky is.
Mike, I can barely see as it is. He rolled them. So am I still rolling disadvantage?
Just for this last turn.
All right.
Plymouth has got a 13 plus 3, 16.
So with the straight roll I have, it's a 17 plus 6.
All right. You guys look. You see the clouds start to darken. You see a storm rising. doing Dustin. And you hear the captain going, "We must go lower. Going high will be death right now. We have to land on land later. But for now, we have to make it. If we stay there is an island about a day ahead if we can get past this. You guys start patching things down. Do you guys want to start locking and tying up things real quickly? There are ropes around you. You have magical ropes that are wrapped around your harnesses that hook to random sturdy points as they're hooked to your belt at all times. When you're up, I'm going to do that. But the hook is mean for the
myself something.
for like a magical rope used as like a live kind of. Yeah, it's like animals. It wraps to your belt, and then it wraps to something and hooks from so many feet away to make sure like you get pulled by the wind. It's still on. I did it myself. So we're gonna have to roll a turn of initiative for you guys, so we can get this flowing smoothly. So every roll.
I got a 22. I got a net 20 plus 2. 22.
Ooh, that 1 plus 7, 8.
So I guess I'm going first.
Okay. So Princess Ophelia looks over going, the only thing I can do is help cause the storm not to hit us with lightning. As she raises her hands and the ropes tie hard, the captain walks up with her hand and shoulder going, no, it's better for you to get down deck, dear. Go. Don't worry. How I'm going to fly this thing, it would be better if you were down there than up here. All right, so Lemon, what are you doing?
I will. Are there any monsters or anything around? Are we in combat?
Not yet. Right now, you're looking around. You're seeing skies. You do see some birds and creatures flying towards you, though.
Are they good creatures or bad creatures? I'm assuming they're bad creatures.
The one's a giant hawk, and the other's a giant eagle, which those two are fine. But you do see a great rook with white and gray wings flying right at you guys with rage.
Then I go. Then I make a beeline to my ballista and yell at the crew. Yell at the crew for my. I yell around for my loader so I can get the ballista ready.
All right, you are having a middle of now. So you can give 40 feet of movement. So you'll make your bonus action to scream us as you run, and they'll start loading it, but you can't get it ready to fire this turn. They'll have it loaded and ready. All right, next, Princess Ophelia. As she looks over, going, they said they were going to send me another bodyguard. I really hope he shows soon. We lost a few of them. Really miss Stephanie. I can't believe you guys. As you in the background going, now, though, I'm right here. I'm already on the ship. as her eyes get big and wide and turns her head in all confusion. With a perception check of, wow, she really won't fall around. She sees a purple dragonborn, a rare breed.
Oh,
They don't have them on the normal D&D Beyond, so I had to edit mine myself.
Not the Dragonborn, I hope.
No. You see a big great axe in his right hand, and you see the special magical cylinder in his left hand glowing. Green aura. The evil that disappears from the moon. I was sent by Lunar Mayhem, and my master explained to me that those monks are going to teach me and make me a better fighter than what I already am. Now I gotta protect you. This will be fun. You see, I have big, wide wings and a tail. At the end of the tail, you see the tail looks like a spike ball at the end. The,
Like what they have, like the that one dinosaur has, like like a big old mace at the end.
like
Yeah.
the Ankylosaurus.
Yeah, the Ankylosaurus.
And you see these two black and purple wings as he opens them up. And then closes them back up, kind of like a close. I heard there's other Dragonborn that work for you.
Oh, you mean that?
No.
Flemeth looks over and goes, "Oh, you mean that stupid drunk with the bucket on his head? Yeah, he's over there."
He turns his head and sees a dwarf at first and looks down, going, "You're not Dragonborn." As he looks up and sees what you just explained with the bucket on his head, he's like, "That's a sorry excuse for a Dragonborn." You have one more as we go over and
Flemeth
see
trips
Jordan.
over and laughs as he's tripping. He laughs, eating his ass off when he hears that.
Yeah. You see Merrick, Jordan's character, the other Dragonborn, walking up, greeting himself. And he looks over going, "So there's a couple of y'all, but y'all weird. I like the dwarf. He's funny. The rest of you look like you need some damn sleep." He chuckles. His turn's done now. Draw eyes here. What do you do? And then after that goes Edward Knight.
what do I roll to get this bucket off my head?
But it's such a stylish bucket.
You got to roll a strength check to see if you can pull it off.
A 2 plus 2, 4.
I don't think get it off. You yank it a couple times comedically, and it just stuck on your head. You want to use your bonus action?
It's also the strap stuck under your chin too. So you're like, "Oh God damn it, get off!"
So I want to use my bonus action to what now?
Try to pull it off again.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I threw that bucket at you.
Oh, now 1 plus 2.
Somehow you managed to push it on the table. And
Oh.
I am so glad this bucket is such. It's just so giving me. You're tickling me.
Yes, I'm not using my turns.
I can just see it now. You're trying to get the bucket up. It's stuck firm, and it's getting the string that's attached the handle's just stuck under your chin. So you're like,
so Edward Knight,
bucket.
he witnesses all this. So what does he say or do to himself when he sees this all?
Edward Knight is just laughing at us. I'm trying to stay silent but laughing.
He's like, "This is the hardest time to be in stealth mode. I'm watching a comedic scene." Oh shit! James got out Kirby. Guess I run.
Mhm.
In fact, I actually have a 3D printed character of a Kirby. If I wanted to, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to give it a different kind of face, though. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a Kirby technically is a mimic.
Mhm.
Eats things and turns into them. Is he the original? Is he the god mimic itself? Holy crap! I have theories.
Even more than stone. You'll start it out.
No, my dice are not liking me today.
I might do that now. I might beat that Kirby now. I'll paint him like the mimic purple with like the facial and the teeth in there. And you guys realize you can't kill him. So, sorry for the sidetrack, everybody. Good story plots and comedic ones. I love the comedic ones. Go back to the top. Oh, fun. And some wind is hitting everyone around. That creature is flying ahead and flying like 25 feet away from you now. Within sight, you're flying fast. What do you do, Clone?
How close are the birds close enough to attack?
Fire with the crossbow? Yes.
Well, I meant with another bucket.
Want to fire a bucket at this guy?
Yeah.
One, you're within range of chucking one. You're 25 feet distance.
Flemeth reaches just so happens to see a bunch of buckets right there. It's just like, oh right, I didn't clean those up yet. Lucky for me. He just reaches down, grabs a bucket, and just starts swinging it around and getting ready to throw.
Roll a strength check with advantage for me.
Uh, 19 plus 3 plus 3, 22.
Where do you hit this rook with your...
Right in the face.
This rook's just flying. Okay. And takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage. It just looks at you with these raging orange eyes.
But the real question is the bucket attach?
No, it didn't do. It did attach,
Oh.
but it smacked him in the head and exploded off his beak.
Giving him a nosebleed.
And it looked at you with anger.
It's
And
like,
started heading
I
towards you.
look at it back at it and like, oh shit.
So what are you gonna do? You have one action left.
I grab another bucket and start swinging and chuck it at it.
Roll strength check for me.
With advantage?
Yes.
Oh, net 20 plus 14 plus 3, 23.
Where does this bucket hit?
I want to make sure that it actually attaches this time, so I'm going to try and hit it with the handle going under its beak and then attaching it like making it into a hat.
Its mouth is so big it won't be able to do that, but it hits the beak and right at the tip of the beak, closes it shut, forces it shut as it's flying at you. Instead of squawking.
And I go, ha! I shake my fist at it. It's like, ha! Take that, you stupid crow.
Surprisingly, it gives it 29 damage hitting it. With a net 20.
Man, my buckets are. I should just make a bucket saying "bucket of death" and just put it in my inventory.
Oh dear, magical bucket. I was gonna take a couple days. Find,
Actually,
find the right
funnily enough, I just so happen to have a bucket of death.
Oh, oh dear. Oh,
It has 3 pounds and currently has a dagger in it.
and it's magical.
Yep.
Holy
Nope, it's just a bucket.
Okay, well, once it becomes magical, then you can do something special. Until then, it's all right. That ends your turn. Is there anything you say before you end the turn?
I just, like I said, I just shake my fist at it, going, "Ha! Take that, you stupid crow!"
All right. Ophelia looks over and sees what happens, and she's going to cast Bless on everybody, and then walk away and go down the steps. Now Drax smiles, going, I guess I get to show my skill now. He looks over and sees all the stuff, all the creatures, and he starts walking forward, but he doesn't make it to your distance yet. Unless I use my, you know what, I'll use my bonus action. I'll make it all the way to you. And I'll use Bloated Agony from my Blood Hunter skill to this creature. So now it's going to start taking damage randomly. Not randomly, but every time. Alright, cool. It's 6 points. My turn's done. Alright, Draw. What are you doing? I take that bucket off.
Oh, the bucket's off?
You gotta take it off still.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Rolling. 18, 30.
30, 20. Okay.
You finally take the damn
finally pop the bucket off. And you roll perception check for me to see what the commotion is.
And 19 plus 6.
Okay, so 25. You look over. You see a storm. Dark clouds everywhere. Lightning starting to brew. You see a bird-like creature in gray scales, called a rook, flying towards us. You see Fleming chucking more buckets, like he did to you, at this bird. It's going out a bucket frenzy for some reason.
Oh, jeez.
I am a janitor after all.
So you see the new Dragonborn that you heard but you didn't see yet. Standing next to Fleming now as they're loading in the ballista.
Okay. I am going to fire at the closest bird.
Oh, that's just that giant rook. That's the only thing that's the enemy right now.
Okay, I'm going to help him attack that then.
All right, what are you going to attack with?
Firebolt.
All right.
16 plus 3. So 19 to hit.
You hit, as the AC is 18.
Doing 11 points of fire damage.
You see this giant bird-like creature ignite in flames and screech. Or try to at least, while has a bucket in his mouth.
That's all I can do. I used one action to get the bucket off my head, and then the bonus action was to fire the cantrip.
What is Edward Knight doing? As you
Okay.
notice, Princess Ophelia went downstairs.
I am actually going to send my shadow to tail her.
Roll a stealth check for your shadow.
Okay.
What'd you get?
14 plus 4, 18.
18. All right. You just beat her. She got a 17.
Oh,
Shadow follows behind her, and she doesn't notice. As all the ship is shaking and rocking around from the weather, it's not paying attention to anything else going on besides going down the stairs. Okay, what is Edward Knight doing besides that?
okay, he is. Is there anyone else alone?
Right now, only downstairs and in corridors and bedrooms. Upstairs, right now, no.
Okay.
Myself being the one steering the ship.
He
You
is
would have
going. Is there? So is there anyone watching the captain or the one behind the helm?
no one's watching the captain right now, as everybody is trying to tie things down and head down inside the ship. As later on, there will be one person to help guard the captain as the ship is flying. And that guy will be heading up the stairs shortly.
I am gonna set a shadow trap below the captain.
All right.
Kind of like
What
what I
kind
did in the arena.
So which
Only this
one?
one's just gonna be set in weight.
It's going to be a what one?
Remember how I used shadows to kind of grab people and send them somewhere?
Yes.
I'm gonna set up one of those, but have it set in weight. Wait for
So-
just the right moment.
All right. So
So he's
roll a stealth check to
basically
see succession. Roll a stealth check to see succession of the shadow doing this, but you're gonna have to roll a straight roll because the captain is usually aware of shadowy tricks because her sister is a magic.
13 plus 6, 19.
You just barely make it, as it was an 18. The shadow appears to look like her shadow as she is standing. No idea until you decide to snap your fingers and say now. Or whatever the goal is.
Yep, and I'm just gonna hold that action.
Orleo. I don't know. What's the safe word? Usually for me, it's ow. Oh, okay. It's not good.
Yeah, that's so far. My first one goes that way. I accept it.
All right. Now it's going to go to the rook's turn. Nat 20. The rook breaks off that bucket. You know, it's not snapping and eating it. Flying at you. Rolling for an attack. 5 to hit. You see this giant bird land right on top of the ballista and claw at you, Fleming. Hitting you for 10 damage of slashing damage. And also hitting draw because it's a wide attack. 8 damage. Not draw, sorry. Drax. Okay.
I take the 8 damage and then I replenish the 8 damage.
Yep, you're fine. My character got hurt. All right. Back to the top. Fleming, what are you going to do after you've seen this? This creature is standing on top of the ballista, scraping its feet, trying to claw higher as the catapult ballista is aiming right at its stomach area, you could say. You're standing there and seeing trying to swipe at you. His giant wings open, trying to like swat people with his wings.
Is the ballista pointing at its belly?
Yes,
Is it loaded?
it is.
Ooh. I take a bucket and chuck it at the ballista's trigger. Go.
Okay. Roll a. It's gonna be 2 rolls. Acrobatics or athletics to throw, and then after that, I need is there perception? No.
On the athletics part, I got a 13 plus 7, 20.
All right, do a
Wouldn't it be a dexterity check?
It would be dexterity. Do a dexterity check for me.
Do I have advantage?
Yes, you did succeed, so you have advantage. Yeah.
5 plus 5, 10 plus 2 is 12.
You just barely make it. The bucket hits the lever. You see it flick forward as you're laying back 5 or 6 feet from the chair with a big gash on you, smiling as the creature is looking down, trying to scratch at you, looks over, sees the bucket hit, and sees it rotate, going, ah! And here's a ballista blaring right to its stomach.
Was it an explosive?
And oh yes, it rolled a nat 1. The rook bird.
Oh.
Look, I go, yeah. Fleming yells, "Guess what, lads? We're having rook tonight."
So Fleming, how do you want to do this? As you see it launching off this creature, explain to me how it happens with the explosive crossbow bolt in its stomach.
The rook's still slashing at me with its claws, and it's picking at its beak. It just barely looks down and sees the bucket just flinging towards it like in rotation like a discus, and just hits the trigger. The rook then notices that the ballista was floated, and is and in a rook fashion goes, and as the bull hits it right in the belly, it just detonates right in there. And it's like, ah!
You see it fly off about 25 feet, maybe 30 feet before it explodes. You see it screech like this. Right when it explodes, 20-foot AoE explosion in front of the ship, slowing down the ship for a split second as you hear the captain going, "Hang on to your knickers!" As she yanks the ship. A big explosion.
Fleming looks down as it rotates and goes, "Oh man, We were supposed to eat that tonight. That was
Oh,
supper.
I want to have a make a reaction withdrawal.
Oh, yes.
He made a lasso in a rope, and I'm going to try and lasso that bird so that way we can still eat it. Fleming
Roll
said
a
something
D.
about eating it, and Drawl's mouth started watering.
It's bits and pieces, so you might get the head and the wings, like the upper body piece. But the other half is completely snapped right off.
What about the breast?
Um,
Is it like split in two halves?
yes.
And,
Then I'm
and
going
is
for
the
the
breast
upper half.
is the breast still intact?
Yes. Just the whole
Then I'm
core
going
is
to go
gone.
for the upper half then.
The lower core actually does hit the deck as the feet and legs hit in a cooked, funny manner. But yes, roll a roll for me to see if you're able to hit it. Oh, my
Okay.
God.
What is my
You're rolling dexterity.
dex? Okay.
Yes. This is an accuracy thing.
17 plus 3, dirty 20.
Explain to me how you wrap this rope around the neck of this dead thing.
So it'll be kind of like cattle lassoing. And basically, you're going to see a loop above Drawl's head as he then just releases it, like as if he's sending it out after a cattle. And as soon as he yanks it, as soon as he notices the loop go over the neck of it, he just instantly yanks back as it tightens around the neck of the bird, allowing him to reel it back in as he starts shouting, "Hey, does somebody want to help me reel in the bird?"
Drax walks up to help you. Fleming, do you want to help?
Sure.
Everybody roll a strength check for me, please.
16
For advantage for nobody. Right? Yes.
8 plus 3, 11.
All right, 11 said for you. I got an 18 plus 2. I got a dirty 20. What'd you get, Devontae?
I had a 16 plus 2, 18.
Okay. All of us succeeded yanking this dead bird as half its roof body slams down onto the deck for food. You see that it had final moments of life, realizing it's going to be cooked, going, "Arr!" and then just with its tongue out.
Oh no! Fleming comes up to it, and just smacks it with his stick, with his quarterstaff, just to make sure it's dead.
Roll an attack for me.
A dirty 20, 12 plus 8.
Nice.
You smack this thing and you crack its skull just to make sure. If there was life left beating it, it's not anymore. Two halves of a rook and just missing a belt.
I just thought of something. Devontae, the fucked up thing, if Edward just comes in his set and uses his shadow skills, just makes the bird disappear while everybody's distracted. And he's like, what the fuck?
Because you guys don't have food right now. The last year food got thrown off.
Amongst all the chaos of catching the bird, Edward did spring the shadow trap.
And what did he do?
He he
Yeah, the
sets
lower half.
it to release underneath the ship, so when the captain is taken, she drops below the ship so she falls to her death.
Wow. So are you activating this right now?
Yes.
Okay. I have to roll and see if I react in time. This is dark. You're just like, hey, Captain. Ah! Okay, a 16 plus 10. She feels her feet getting pulled from under her. She grabs the wheel and yanks and pulls, getting out of the way as these hands of shadow as it disappears. As she flaunts her feet, going, ah, ah, what the hell is that?
I can just see her on top of the wheel like a cat. I just imagine her just on top of the wheel like a cat, like, what the fuck?
The paladin that's to protect her finally shows up. Captain, what's going on? Oh, what was those hands? Where'd they come from?
I want to see if the shadow can grab him.
Roll for unarmed strike for me, please.
Unarmed strike. Okay. A 2 plus 7. 9. Nope.
He's and he steps back and his shield glows as the shadow dissipates.
How close was he to it? To like, would he get like nail marks on his boots?
Close, almost. They hit in front of his boots and clawed the wood, and then disappeared. Like kind of like a nightmare on the ship. Like what's going on?
I can see Edward just like
people.
I can just see Edward in the shadow going, drat.
Well, it was. I literally sent my actual shadow summon to do this. I have 2 shadow summons. One can literally take any shape, and then one is the shape of a claw. The one in the shape of a claw is trailing the princess right now.
One is a creature that turns things into portals. You just dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
And remember to like, share, and subscribe, people, to Rolling to Die and to DJ Thunderbase for the custom music that is made. So, back to it. It's back to the top. You, Lemon, you didn't finish your turn yet. You fired that. What else are you doing? Monster's dead, yes. But there's other things going on.
Are there any more monsters around?
Right now, no. But there is. I would like you to roll a perception check.
Perception. A dirty 20, 17 plus 3.
You're standing on the front of the ship. As you look to your left, you feel a gust of wind in the weirdest and craziest way, pushing and pulling at the same time. And you see 2 tornado vortexes fighting each other, swirling into each other, and fighting and breaking out of each other.
Like wind spirits.
Yes. As the whole ship is being rocked and pulled now, as the captain accidentally yanked us towards it during her jump.
Fleming just looks over and yells, "Oh, bulls!"
The ship itself takes 16 points of wind bludgeoning damage, ripping.
Captain, I yell over to the captain. Captain, we're gripping holes in your ship.
Hang on 1 second. We have
IKA.
Who is IKA?
Hello. Okay.
Oh. What just happened?
IKA.
Oh,
Okay.
What Higgins? Maybe it's a Sarah girl or it's a Higgins.
hello?
Hello.
Yeah, okay. Are you, Helena?
Higgins?
Or are you Mike?
Higgins.
Higgins.
Are you a meat pop?
Yes, are you a meat popsicle?
Technical difficulties, they say.
Smooth you. Wrong answer. Sorry, I love that movie. Anybody else got that reference? One of the best movies that Bruce Willis was in.
Definitely is
Like,
top tier.
100%.
Definitely top 5.
Okay, so I don't know who the IKEA was, but hello IKEA. Bye IKEA.
Someone named
Maybe I
Higgins.
think
So
Maybe it'll work out later.
I think it might have been one of the new members.
might have been. Oh, here it is. It is Higgins. Okay, technical difficulty. Answered correctly. You answered his brain. Okay, I know who it is now.
It is
Uh,
I, Higgins.
Yeah, they're a clan. There is a lot of them, and now they run
They
a
are many.
town.
Are they legion? For they are many.
They're awesome. I know their whole family. Good people. But back to it, guys, girls, and squirrels.
Mhm.
You see this giant tornado flux hitting. I need you to do a strength check for me as the wind is pulling and tugging at you and your rope.
Who needs to do the strength check?
For both of you and
Okay.
myself, actually.
11 plus 3, 14.
10
One.
plus 2, 12.
Well, okay.
Yeah, my dice do not like me today.
No, they do not. The fact that you had an entire turn with a bucket on your head, and you wasted an entire turn just getting it off. They do not like you.
No, I'm afraid if I have to roll this D100.
I'm scared he's going to roll a D100. So, all right.
Can hear me?
Yes,
I
now we
can.
can.
Ooh.
It is Higgins. My phone apparently decided to have a meltdown when I tried to join, so it is still me, but on a computer this time.
That's fine. It works. Usually we use the computer to connect, and we use the phone for D&D Beyond. So your character sheet on your phone and your computer for communication.
Good to know.
That's the best way to do it, so you can play and have fun.
Real quick.
Would you like to introduce yourself, my friend?
I am Mike Higgins, a friend of Henry's over there. Long time no person. I am in the mercenaries chat as Darth Ferret.
Okay. I'm
I
trying
don't
to
really
look
want to
for-
plug all the other stuff.
I think I have one.
About as knowing as I get.
That's fine. You also have a channel. Do you want to promote that for a minute, or
Yeah, if you okay.
go ahead, my friend?
I do have a channel. It has not been active, but it is actually part of a bigger, broader scope of a website known as comicbookuniversebattles.com, formerly known as Electric Ferret. It is switched over since time, and I am currently running a fantasy draft for all the fun nerds out there, but also trying to resurrect a old version of the website, which would be very nice for the D&D side of the nerd fandom. So instead
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
using characters
we
I
were
know,
on
and
one
you
of your
make your
podcasts.
own. Huh?
We were on one of your podcasts one time.
Yeah, I don't know if it ever fully got through. I have had a
So
lot of
fun.
aspirations, but not quite finished everything.
Well, my friend, you always have us now, and you always have us brothers. You're part of the GMK. You're part of the Rolling to Die.
So I am. Here I am.
It'd be fun to have a favorite character, anyways. Yeah, fun. Unique character.
As I
We got a werewolf. We got a werewolf.
as currently admitting the website and getting everything repaired. It is a 25, 30-year-old code that is held together with duct tape.
And Sunday prayers.
I will be strictly here to communicate and watch. I
Oh,
will
that's
not be
fine.
participating, but at least I got
Okay.
it to work this time. My phone has not been too accepting of trying to stream.
If anything, if you have questions or you want to play as an NPC sometimes, just to joke around, let me know.
Fully down. I'm fully
All
down.
right.
I've
Once you,
committed to
if you're
trying.
with your smartphone later on, utilize that with the app called D&D Beyond. You can make a character sheet in the future, and you can make a character. It's a level 10 character right now. I'll let you know because we're in the level 10 area.
Cool.
But that is Higgins the Ferret.
Also, just IKA or the random dude that is here.
Random is fun with us. We have the king of random playing games right now in the studio while I'm playing D&D. He's playing Kirby right now, and his head's on fire. He is a
Fire
volcano. Oh, would you like to explain this game to the world for a second?
Called Kirby the Forgotten Land. Typical
Oh, we
Kirby
just
game.
killed the frog. Rob just got a bucket off his head, and the captain nearly got us all killed because of Edward because she had to jump on top of the wheel, cat style.
Yep. Cranked the wheel one way, and everybody yanked right into two whirlwind tornadoes that are hitting the ocean and making tsunamis, making everything go bad right now in the area. There is like a hurricane
So
storm
we're
going
headed
on.
toward. So we're headed towards the water fountain.
Kinda.
BRB, I gotta get some more water.
We're in the air. We're heading to tornado.
So it is now Drax's turn.
No.
As Drax walks up and goes, "So y'all, you guys do this for a living and try to die for fun." As his heart's going crazy from the near-death experience and hanging out with you guys in the first 10 minutes of meeting you. So what do you guys call yourselves?
We're the Drunken Dragon.
What did you say?
Ugh.
Drawl says, "Well, we're known as the Drunken Dragon Brawlers."
Drunken Dragon Brawlers.
Well, the only
Well, at least I suit in
is Drax.
in those categories. My name is Braximus. I am a rare breed of Dragonborn.
And currently, our
My job here is
is a corpse below deck.
By the way, I should go and find the princess and do my job and duty. You guys all good up here, right?
No.
All right. As the wind is blowing harsh, as the ship is finally steering back into control, water splashing everywhere, you see Draxmus head back down towards Ophelia, but Ophelia is already down in the shop there. That ends my turn. Now it is Drawl's turn.
Okay, I am going to start making my way back up to the crow's nest, and there's no visible enemy that's right.
No enemies right now.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna make my way back up towards the crow's nest. I'm gonna-
By the way, that corpse of that creature that you wrapped up is dangling off the edge by the rope.
Oh, I thought we pulled that up
And
onto
rope
the dock
is
or onto the deck.
You did until the ship yanked sideways.
Ah. So yeah, I'm gonna do that first. Get that back up onto the deck, and then I'll secure it onto something.
All right, you can roll a strength check for me. You're by yourself unless you want to have Fleming help you. But you won't have Draxmus because he's already opened the door and headed downstairs.
I'm gonna.
Fleming, do you want to help? Or Dark Trooper, do you want to help by doing this, grabbing the rope with Drawls, pull the half-dead creature back up?
Yeah.
Then you're going to cook.
What do you mean?
All right, both of you roll a strength check for me then.
Do we get advantage?
Yes, you do as you're working together.
Ew.
If Droll was doing it by himself, it would have been disadvantage.
It does not like me. 7 plus 2.
I got a net 20 plus 3.
You're so lucky he did.
My dice
So what
liking
happened?
me. I'm gonna switch them out.
It's all the
At first, you see
lights.
Droll.
The lights are just confusing the poor dice.
So you see Droll first grabbing and yanking the rope and sliding. You see him with his dragon claw feet scraping the wood, trying to hold himself bracing. And like, oh god, I'm gonna slip, I'm gonna fall. And right when he's about to go over, here comes Fleming walking right up, rope tied to his hip already of the magical rope, a hook to something else, grabs the rope, grabs it, heave ho, and just yanks and pulls. As you see, all of it just starts pulling up slowly. Kind of like when you remember the Mulan movie. Everybody's sliding off the cliff with the horse, and you see the one big guy grab and yank and pull everybody up. Yeah, the dwarf just did that. He yanked and threw you guys back, or he threw that back up and yourself. And now you guys have it strapped down securely. Anything else you can do with your turn, Joel, before you end your turn and go to Edward Knight?
Just starts heading up towards um the crow's nest. That's all he does.
Yeah. You notice the crow's nest is slippery as you start climbing up it. So I'm gonna need you to do a acrobatics or athletics to make sure you can grasp your way through.
Yeah. Yeah, my dice are not liking me. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Oh god. Okay, yeah. Uh, 9 plus 7.
9 plus 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So you climb up and slip a few times, but you finally get up there. And there's a bunch of water all over the place. You notice that your rope and harness is not active right now. Can you do a perception check for me now that you're in the crow's nest at the top peak?
Luckily, I do have another rope that I can just lasso onto something. Because I had two things of rope.
Yes. But besides those two things, though,
Basically, just trying to
what's
lasso
that
myself to the
perception
center
check?
beam.
Got it. What now?
Just trying to lasso myself to the center beam.
All right. Now, roll a perception check for me while you're up there at the crow's nest.
An 8 plus 6.
Plus six. Okay, so 14.
Yeah.
You barely seen something in the clouds moving and pulling back slowly. So, you didn't even see anything else but that. Your scouting job failed. On a small ship landing, you guys. You guys go back. They are in the ship, chilling and sleeping. This is a different ship now.
Alright. See if these dice will do any better.
All right. You looked around. Notice a slight bump, thinking it's just the wind. Not noticing someone just docked. Fleming, I want you to roll a perception check for me as well, as something shook the dock slightly. Or you, Chris.
I didn't see a thing. Net 1 plus 3, 4.
Oh.
You were paying attention to the water flying around, and you're freaking out about you having to clean everything again. Not noticing what just happened. Commander and the captain. Okay. The commander does not see it, but the captain looks over and goes, "Oh no, 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 no. Shadow creatures first, and now we have to deal with pirates? Cultist pirates? Are you serious?" And she pulls out one of her pistols and fires. And hits with a 21. As one of the cultists goes, "Ah!" right in the shoulder. Taking 19 points of piercing damage. That ends the turn for her. All right, Edward Knight, what are you doing?
Okay. So Edward is going to head towards the princess.
All right, we're gonna head down the steps through shadows. All right, roll a stealth check for me.
Hey. Why are my dice not liking me? Yeah.
What'd you roll?
Okay.
It's all the lights. It's all the lights, Devante. That's why it is.
19 plus 6, 25.
25. Okay. Good thing you had advantage. So, you stealth down the steps. Does Draxmas see you? No. He sees an 18, so that he passed him through the shadows. You meet down where everything's lit up by lanterns and magical orbs. Still shadows around certain spots. You see the princess buying snacks and last of the food wares for certain people.
How large is this area?
It's the back area of the ship area you see. So it's 45, maybe 50 foot by 50 foot circumference. I say 50 foot by 75 foot. It's a big ship. Gotcha. Big sky ship.
Okay. I am going to use a third level fog cloud.
You hang on.
Hmm?
Third level what?
Third level fog cloud.
Okay. All right. All right. So you're gonna start making a fog cloud everywhere.
That's a 60-foot fog cloud right there. So it's gonna encompass this entire area.
All right. So sorry. Luno randomly popped in through a portal and gave me magical banana bread.
Of regeneration.
She makes the best banana bread. So, which that's probably what Brismont, Mayhem, and everybody else are snacking on as they're walking. Magical banana bread. While you guys are having this happen, Edward Knight, whole room fills with smoke. What's happening? Use your action to sneak around and to make this cloud function. The only thing you can do right now is say something or use your bonus action.
I am just going to use the message to say, I can see you. I know where you are. Just join me.
You say this to the princess.
Mhm.
Right as the clouds start, there's some fades in her head. You let her respond.
She has the ability to respond if she wants.
She responds with,
What? Who are you? How did you get? Wasn't can't see anything.
Think that you'll know who I am. And that's the last thing he says as the line goes dead.
She makes a reaction.
Okay, tough guy.
Counterspell. What level is your fog cloud?
3.
There's a 3 as well, so I got to roll. Got a 19. So I counterspell it. You see the fog cloud first appear, and everybody freaks out. The guards, what's going on? You hear the merchants going, "Oh, better hide our where's my money? What's going on? Oh no, someone's stealing!" And
Now
then
here's
the clouds.
I'm not even in the room though, due to the
I
fact
know.
that I can literally cast it up to 120 feet away. I'm still in
Yeah,
the area of the shadows.
yeah, you're within the stairwell area. It's completely like a good distance away. As the clouds disperse, they all freak out and see each other again, going, "What's going on?" You see someone awkwardly groping somebody, going, "Ah!" You see the other guard getting pickpocketed, going, "Hey!" You see no guard.
Hey, get
Sleeping.
your hand off me, ass!
One guard you see unconscious on the floor as he accidentally ran right into a pillar, trying to see what happened. You see another merchant accidentally bleeding as he cut his own hand, thinking someone was near him and it was his own hand. That's around going, "I don't think we're alone on the ship." Right as she says that, you hear everything rock. You hear screaming through a magical crystal that's above all of you. Pirates! Pirates! Fucking pirates! And then you hear a gun go off, and then that's the end of the message that everybody hears from down below in death. Edward Knight, what's the last reaction you hear when you hear that?
He just is sinking back into the shadows. Um, he cut the message off after just think about it and you'll know who I am. After that, he just cuts the message off and slinks back into the shadow.
And she sits back and looks around and ponders. Never mind, she rolls that one twice. She
Oh,
has no idea. She ponders and screams, "Who are you?" Completely oblivious.
and you just hear echoing throughout the shadows of laughter.
All the guards start freaking out. The one guard that finally gets up being knocked out hears it, pisses himself. The guy that stabbed himself goes, "Oh no, not again, not another phantom." He falls and faints, thinking it's a phantom instead of you. Now you got a guy
Oh,
who's going to be spraying rumors across the ship.
Henry, are we back in the water?
No, you're floating above it, a few hundred feet or more.
Okay. I was just remembering that there might be a hole in the hull because from the two wind tornadoes fighting each other.
Yeah, this is a
No,
big
that's
giant
why
like.
I connected the shadow earlier that was going to attack the captain. That's why I connected it to the bottom of the ship.
Can drop her a long way down. Almost succeeded. But it works better for the storyline of fear. So after that happens, he goes back up to the top. The captain fires off her pistol, sees all these creatures and dies. And now as they start moving in, get them, pillage what we need. As they start running in, grab all supplies, kill the wounded. They all jump off onto their several pirates with weapons, magical items, and such. And last things, you see the giant snake pop up, and a vampire-looking dude landing right next to where Drawl is. Hey, how you doing? Good attack. Miss, attack, hit, and 2 minutes. Miss. Yeah. Okay, so Droll, you get hit with a 22. This creature flies from above and kicks you right against the post. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you smack against the wood post. He lands down in front of you with pale white skin, black hair, and red eyes, and a crazy looking goatee. Smiles with his fangs long, going, I've always wanted to drink from a dragonborn. And his turn. They're alive, people.
Yeah.
The other characters. Fleming. This creature, this big, giant, demonic-looking creature, slams down in front of you. About
You say
7
giant?
foot tall. Yeah, Fleming, for you. A monster slams in front of you like a demon, like a monster. About 7 foot tall, big and huge and angry. Pulls up this giant-looking sword where you see it has faces on it that are screaming like souls, bleeding and on fire at the same time. He's smiling. Yours because my collection, little man. As he swings a sword at you, does a 17 hit.
Okay,
Your
you want me to
AC.
dodge or something?
Now, what's your AC, armor class?
17.
All right, now I need you to technically hits. 5. You have a chance of rolling half damage because you guys are on a ship that is rocking right now. But you roll a dexterity save for me and see if you can pull back enough to take half damage from his weapon. What'd you get?
14 plus 2, 16.
You just barely succeed. As you jump back, you take a big slash from a screaming soul sword, which would have been 34 damage, but it's cut in half. So 17 damage of slashing, and then also fire damage on top of that. 1 point of fire damage. He ends his turn. For the rest of you, back to the top. Fleming, it is now your turn. What do you do after you just got slashed by this big 7 foot tall, demonic looking creature that's screaming he wants meat, food, and to take all the supplies?
I jump on top of the sword and then jump in and do a kick in his face. I do a smack in his face with my staff.
Roll a acrobatics or athletics to see if you can jump up across the sword and to attack him.
18 plus 7, 25.
So explain to me how you jump up as he goes for this big swing like this at you, like a big baseball swing.
I jump up as the sword swings. I land on top of it, and then I use it as a platform to jump up and just take my staff like a baseball bat and just smack him right in the face.
All right. You still take fire damage for landing on the flaming sword. 1 point. You're so lucky. All right. 1 more point of fire damage. But now roll for that attack. You got a hot foot.
19.
You hit. How much damage are you
And
doing?
because he's a giant, he gets an extra 2d6 damage from my weapon.
All right. He is a size and a half bigger than you.
Oh, wait a minute. When you hit the giant with this weapon, the giant takes an extra 2d6 damage from of weapon type that and must succeed on a DC 15 strength save throw or have
You roll
prone.
13. So you succeed. I roll a 13. So you succeed.
6 plus 4 plus that's 10 plus 2d6
Yep.
is another 10 damage. So 20 in altogether.
All right. You're a fighter as well.
No, he's a cleric.
Okay, a monk cleric.
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure. If we had fighter class 19, would that count as a class? Correct. But okay, so you do the significant damage. It's making him step back as you see black blood pouring down his face as he looks up at you with his dark eyes and red flame flowing from anger in the fist. You made me bleed my own blood. How dare you? Damn, where'd you go? What happened?
I think he just lost one camera.
Okay,
Yeah, just lost the camera. That's all.
that's fine. It'll help the connection probably. So, back to it, guys, girls and squirrels.
And damage rolls.
What are you gonna do next?
I'm going to attack him again with the same staff, right to his nuts.
All right, dude, smack him in the head. Now you're going high. Now you're gonna go low.
So let's see. A 9 plus 8, 17.
You do hit. His AC is 17. Now, roll for damage for me. Okay, you just played Nutcracker.
Apparently, I also get a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damages rolls because it's with this weapon. Because he's a giant.
There you go. Oh, they're not.
7 plus 1 more, that's 11, so it's 12. Plus, since he's a giant, I get 2d6. Another 7, so that's 12, 18, 19.
You hear a cracking when you hit him in the nuts, and you hear him scream as he drops to his knees. Now he's almost at your level.
And what makes it even better, I have a ring of a bonus action.
Ooh. You take a second.
While wearing this ring, difficult terrain it does not cost extra movement, and additional magic can neither reduce your speed, nor can. Oh, it doesn't affect that. Never mind. My bad.
You're fine. Remember, physical attacks per action is just the attacks, unless you have special abilities or skills.
Oh man, I had like a Deadpool thing. I was literally going to do and the guy sets up for the shot, and it's going to give him a nice kick to the face. But I guess I can't do that now. Oh well.
Bonus action. You still got that, but it's still a physical attack. You can also got your monk. You got your monk points. Remember that.
Okay, then I use that bonus action and do the okay, and it's kick him right in the face with an unarmed with a Kai strike.
All right, roll an attack for me. Now, is it going to be a stunning strike, or is this going to be a straight just kick, like a pushing kick or a regular kick?
I think this will be just a straight kick. Yeah, it'll be a straight kick, so it'll be an unarmed strike.
Straight kick. Okay. That's good,
I
that's
got
good.
a 13. 6 plus 7.
6 plus 7. 13 is not enough. That's damage, you said?
No, that was the
Hit. You miss. Wherever you go for the kick, he takes his reaction, catches it. So I'm going to roll for acrobatics, or see if I get this. 17 plus 10. He catches your foot, pulls you in. Right when he does, 16 plus 8, he does a clothesline right to you. You see this big, giant red forearm right across your face. Wow! And you just hit the floor, doing 23 points of bludgeoning and falling damage. As he slammed you down super hard. As he's bigger than you by 3 times the size. Your guy okay?
He's got 32 points left.
He's okay.
No, he gets up and just goes and just spits out some goblet of blood. Goes, "Is that all you got, you pansy?"
It smiles, going, "You're the toughest dwarf I've met yet. I'd love to add you to my collection." You see his flaming swords. He smiles and licks it with his long flaming tongue.
Then I grab my crotch and just go, "Add these to your collection."
Ah! All pissed off at you. All right, then. Now you can use your.
That's my turn because I got no more actions to do.
All right, you don't want to use any of your monk points. You have key points.
Oh wait, can I use this? Can I use a spell?
No, not key points will only be physical attacks.
Okay.
I don't know if it works like it. What happens when you strike first?
We're gonna
No, I think I'll save it for next time.
get the tackle first, and then go into now.
Yeah, I end my turn.
Okay, so you end your turn. Princess Ophelia looks around, freaking out. Draximus walks downstairs, going, "My princess." Oh wait, sorry, wrong direction. So y'all, my princess. What happened? Uh, it was a cloud of smoke. I come on down here with my axe, and the smoke's gone. And you screaming, "Who are you?" Well, my name's Drax. You know that? He looks forward, going, "I'm surrounded by buffoons. There is some kind of shadow creature that is messing with me. There's numerous ones, I swear. I think I'm being haunted." And she starts freaking out. He tries to calm her. Two more dice. 18 plus 3. Okay, he succeeds. Calms her down, and they head to the core room as he shows her how the engine works. That ends her turn. Draw, it's your turn. DJ, Thunderbase. What does Drawl do?
All right, I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I see anything. Nat 20 plus 6, 26. Finally, I got a nat 20.
So this is what happens. You've seen everything happen. All these guys jump around, land on the ship, and then right as you look up, here comes this vampire guy kicking you across into the pillar. You took your damage and you stood up, and you see him smiling and laughing at you, saying, "What are you gonna do?" As he wants to have some draconic blood. He smiles.
Okay. Do a deck save.
Next one. Dex save. 14.
How much?
14. One of my dice disappeared while I rolled it. What? Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay. I caught you. I'm trying to get away. Oh yeah. Good thing I didn't roll that one.
That's all I can do.
Okay. You still have your bonus action. You can cast some. You can cast a cantrip your bonus action, or you can do a physical attack, which is 2 strikes. And you still have your key points being a monk. You want to do any of those, Draw?
Um, make a deck save.
13.
8 points of radiant damage from Sacred Flame.
He takes double, as radiant damage is his weakness. Takes 16 points. You hear him screaming as he steps back and almost falls back off the ledge. Do you want to try to help with this, him falling off the ledge thing?
Sure.
You can spend a key, and you can attack with one of your key points. Do a pushing strike, or you can do a stunning strike, or you just do a regular strike, or a fury of blows.
I'm going to do a looks like I only have Fury of Blows.
So, you're a monk.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the other ones you were mentioning.
Okay, the other one's then probably higher level for monk then. You haven't got there yet. So, you don't have stunning strike?
No, I only have Fury of Blows.
Alright, then you can do either that, or you can do an unarmed strike and mention it as a push kick or a punch if you want to launch him off.
I guess I'll just try and punch them all.
Alright, roll an unarmed strike for me.
A 12, so no, I don't even touch them.
No. You go for a kick and miss. Kind of like you were taunting him. If he looks and sees the foot, just barely miss him. He's like, oh! All like steady, like scared and stuff. Okay, you can spend a key point if you want to attack again. If not, then
I've got
turn.
2 more attacks.
Alright, then hit again.
Less. 11 plus 7, 18.
You hit. AC is 16.
Nine points of bludgeoning.
You kick him off. As you kick him off and he starts falling, he hits that broken bucket that Fleming threw at you and that you ripped off. Smashes through, right through to his heart. A wood stake. Explain to me how you want to do this as he dies from his wood stake.
What,
He
Fleming
was
died?
backwards.
I guess die
No,
on Final
uh,
Destination.
Yeah, it's the vampire. The vampire that just got kicked off the ledge by Devontae didn't have a chance to react, so he used his reaction and fell right onto that broken bucket that you threw at Devontae's character. And it happened to be broken in a sharp, pointed way that stabbed right through his heart.
I can't
So you see this vampire dying right in front of you. What do
I
you
can't
say?
think of a good bucket pun.
That was my lucky bucket,
Eh,
but it gives splitters. So
I've heard of,
you see the
and I've
vampire.
never heard of piercing the bucket.
You see him start turning to ash, and his bones cripple and fall. And you see left is a heart stuck into the bucket. That's kind of like frozen.
I got one.
crystal.
So that vampire. Hey, dude, you're looking a little pale there.
Right as he looks at you, and you say that, he turns to dust, and you see his skull, and he goes, ah! But as you see that, Fleming, you see
Or a better one. Buckets up.
you see a crystal-looking heart stuck on your bucket, with your wooden bucket spiked through it. Do you want to do anything with that and keep it, or do you want to receive it?
I'll just leave it. It's already broken.
All right, Droll, do you want to keep it?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right. You go and acquire it, and that ends your turn for Droll. You can put in your inventory later a crystallized vampire heart with a wooden bucket stake through it. With on the bottom of it going properties of Fleming. Okay. That ends your turn. Now it is Edward Knight's turn. Is there anything else Edward Knight's doing before unless he wants to vacate? Or is he watching that?
He's just watching right now.
Okay. Now it's going to go to the creature's turns and the monsters. You didn't hear that. Thirteen, 14, miss. Oh, miss. Nat 1, ooh. 16 hits. And run that one. So draw. You see a guy running at you and misses completely with your axe, and it hits against the mass as it gets stuck. For you, Fleming, you see this creature running at you, all in red skin with chains, trying to whip them at you. Misses completely. And as he does, he wraps the chains accidentally onto this rope that looks hanging from something outside.
Over the ship.
You see him getting pulled. Yep. Flung right off over the ship. As you watch him scream and get pulled to his death. And you go, well, there's one less guy to deal with.
Chains up. In this
Right.
case, chains down.
Right. The other guys try to attack completely miss. Only one succeeds trying to attack the paladin, striking at his shield at first and finally getting a stab. Paladin steps back, heals himself, looks over, and swings his hammer back. Hope he misses. Captain with a 13 plus 9. Yeah, she hits with no skill. And hits 18 damage. And then fires second shot and misses. The Ola activates. It helps fight through with the fire demon. As you see this big metal golem walk up. A big giant blade like a buzzsaw. Swing down and just rip right into this creature's shoulder, giving it 21 slashing and ripping. Its second attack is a big snipping blade. Yeah, 27 hits, doing 22 more slashing damage. This creature demon guy is not very happy and doesn't look very good. He looks pretty hurt. That ends the turn for all of them, though. The ballista guys have reloaded their weapon, and they're holding fast just in case it's needed. Back to the top. Fleming, it is your turn.
I suppose it is. So what's it for me? Perception check.
Oh, roll perception check and I'll tell you.
12 plus 3, 15.
All right. 3?
No,
You don't see shit. 17?
no, 15.
Sorry, I didn't hear you right. All right, so 15. 15 you do see. You see monsters around you, a couple of them. You see the big guy that you're beating up right now. He's hurt real bad by attacked by the golem. He looks like he's near his wits. Also, I rolled the special rolling to die, created out of wood blocks, made by actual Dark Trooper. And then I wrote on them. Full health to all party ×1. Randomly, as you guys are fighting, you all get this weird green energy around all of you, and it starts healing you. As all of you gain a full rest, you can give yourself a long rest and make yourself heal again. that some Lunal has gave you guys a small aid. As she is watching with her magical book, as Grismont, Mayhem, Lunal, Edward Knight, Chrome, and Leuven are walking down this dark path to reach this city that is consumed by minions, and to eradicate many of them. Back to it though. Lemon, what do you do now after you feel this energy and you feel fully powered again? As the demon is standing there looking at you, realizing you just healed.
Is the demon still on the ground?
He's on his knees with a giant buzzsaw on his shoulder right now.
I do. I run up and then hit him in the face again with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Roll for 2 attacks for me.
I got a 17, 9 plus 8.
9 plus 8. Okay. Okay. 9 plus 8. You hit it a 27. That's the first one. Now, what's the second one?
An 18.
Both hit. What's the damage to both of those?
One is 6 plus 4, 10. The other one, 3 plus 4, 17. So I get 4d6. A 19. So 17 plus 19, that's 30 something. Hang on.
Math, my friend, math. We do it at work every day.
36.
Okay. All right. So that's both damage or just the first?
It's all
damage?
both damage.
All right. How do you want to do this? If you only have 34 health left.
Oh, I thought I got fully healed.
No, the enemy. You just hit him, and you only had 34 when you hit him with 36.
I run up. He tries to grab at me, but I manage to jump off his arm and just baseball bat his face right across the side of his face with my quarterstaff of cleansing.
And where's the second hit? What is the second hit look like?
And as I'm coming back, I just so managed to just whip it around and then hit him again, right in the middle of his face, right in his nose.
Right when you do, you crush him in the demonic face and skull, reaching right to the brain, and you see him catch on fire and just literally look like he got blown right back to hell, burnt. Screeching all the way. As even the golem looks over at you, surprised, like, holy crap. And the small little samurai gnome man, or halfling man. We got a little samurai halfling over here. He's helping you guys out. So you still have bonus action. There's one other character next to you.
Did the demon leave anything behind when he died?
All you see is a pendant on the ground with a red eye in it. And that's all you see. As the weapon itself was thrown back with him.
That looks like a cursed artifact to me.
Yeah.
Fumit takes his quarterstaff, picks up the pendant up by its cord, and just chucks it overboard.
Roll a dexterity check for me.
A 14. 12 plus 2.
All right, now roll an acrobatics or athletics or how far you throw this thing.
15. 8 plus 7.
You pick it up, hit it a couple times hockey style, throw it up in the air, and you bat it. You see it fly off right over the ship. This glowing gem with a golden necklace, flying 3, 4, 500 feet or more. Super fast, right down bloop, to the middle of the ocean. We already went past the one island that was covered in a storm. But now this random gem of this amount can never be summoned again normally, at least without air. Always underwater if he ever does. It's real hate.
He's going to have a lot of
Bottom of the
fishy
ocean.
problems. Oh, I went there.
Oh, suddenly the crystal drops down to one of the fish people's kingdoms, and they summon him back up, and they just torture him. He has no advantage in underwater.
Well, yeah, fire and water doesn't mix.
Yeah.
Unless it does.
Kind of useless. It's magical to a certain extent, but they have things that counteract all that crap thing. The ocean people are really not to mess with. They're actually a lot tougher than you think. So, you take out. What do you do with the next guy?
The next guy, I twirl my staff and get ready to fight. No, if I'm not healed, I chug a potion to heal myself.
Yeah, you're fully
Okay, I am fully healed.
special device.
Then I just whip my staff around and then look at the next guy and just do the bring it.
Nice, nice.
And then, no, I literally would do the bring it potion and go, bring it on, you pansies.
He pulls out two swords and runs right at you. But that ends your turn. Now, it goes to Princess Ophelia and Draximus. As they start trying to investigate showing the machine and realizing there's commotion up top, the guards state they'll protect the princess and so will the other captains. And they put her in her corridor. They lock it up tightly and hold off effectively, with one guard inside. Draximus runs upstairs, opens the door, and sees all the commotion. Right when he opens the door, he sees three chains swinging right at his face. One hits him and just pulls him right down with the hook, slamming, doing 12 damage to him. And then he gets up and now attacks back with a nat 20. Hitting him with his axe. It is a 9-live Stealer Great Axe. It does 16 damage. Slashing. Alright, and I had to use one action to get up. And my turn. Now it is Drawl's turn. What are you doing, Drawl?
Okay. What is the next one that's closest to me? Next enemy closest.
Right next to you is the one that's in Chris himself is trying to find.
Okay. In melee range?
Yes. Sorry?
Is it within melee range?
Yes, he is actually running past you right now. He's within 5 feet.
I want to do a clothesline with my quarterstaff.
Roll one attack for me.
9 plus 9,
Advantage.
18.
Explain to me how it looks.
So I see him running up to run right past me as I literally just pull out the quarterstaff off my back and just kind of hold it there like a limbo pole. And I hold it
Oh, it's still
and just as I put it out, it grabs him by the neck and just says, "Boy."
okay. He hits the floor. What do you? He takes how much points damage from your weapon?
6 points.
6 points of bludgeoning on the ground. That's 12 points. Thrown, by the way. Physical attack to your advantage. You want to roll out for your bonus action? Do you want to hit him again?
Yeah.
Hit him again!
Ah,
That was half
9.
misses, even with advantage. He rolls and you hit
Oh
the
wait, that
ground.
was his advantage?
Smash it. It all has advantage when they're knocked prone on the
Oh,
ground.
I only rolled once.
I roll again.
I didn't know it was advantage. 14 plus 9. There we go.
Okay, 23. That hit. How much damage you get?
6 more damage.
You do 6 more damage. As you realize, all these guys are some kind of like ghouls, vampire freaks, or demonics. Trying to raid your stuff. You want to use any other points or anything, or do you want to turn?
I end my turn right there.
Okay. He was going to spend his movement to get up and attack you. 10 plus 8, 18.
That is exactly my armor class.
That hits you 6 points of bludgeoning damage. As he gets up and uppercuts you. Then pulls his swords back out after getting knocked on his ass. Attacks again, but for 16 though, and that misses. And it's his turn. Next guy misses the golem. Hits the golem. Does 6 points back to it. So the samurai guy hits. Does 14 points of damage to the guy next to you. Okay. Last. The one attacking me hits me and does 6 points of damage. That ends their turn. Now back to the top. Lemon. The ship is rocking. The creatures are trying to attack. This guy just got knocked down by a draw right in front of you. He's got back up though. What are you gonna do?
Is he how far? Is he still like on his knees or something, or is he fully standing up?
He's fully standing up.
Well, I take advantage and then I go and kick him in the gut.
All right, roll an attack for me.
A dirty 20, 19 plus 7 makes 26.
What's damage?
8.
8 damage. You kick him in the gut and you see blood spit out of his mouth. He's hurt pretty bad, but he's not dead yet. Want to hit him again?
Well, after I kick him, and then I just take my staff, that's right under my arm, and just knock him up top on the crown of his head.
All right, roll an attack.
24, 16 plus 8.
How much damage you do?
Hang on. 8 plus 4, 12.
All right. So I'm going to do this as a double combo. How do you want to do this? So Brawl and Fleming. How do you both take this guy out at the same time in a combo?
Well, it's a good thing I've got wooden stakes. Well, they're wooden darts, but still.
You can get one right to his heart and have Fleming hit
Yes, that's what I was going for.
Okay, I could do that.
it. All right. So roll a acrobatics or athletics, Fleming, and same thing for you, Brawl.
12 plus 7, 19.
11 plus 7, 18.
All right. So you see the vampire going, "Can't kill me. Not unless you have a wooden stake." And right when he says that, here's Drawl, sticks it to his chest, and he's like, "Not deep enough." And right when he says that, you see Fleming hit it right into his heart. Ugh. And he just steps back and just looks at all of you and starts turning into dust and just, "No, no, not this," and just falls apart. And now you see a wood stake with a crystallized reddish heart frozen stuck onto this wood stake that he's pictured out. Catch your fingers.
I'll take this one.
You guys want to? All right, so you take that one, Fleming. You put that one in your bag of holding.
Yeah. Do I also? Is also his sword still there?
His two swords are still there, sitting on the floor.
I'll grab those two.
Okay. So check them out later, and I'll let you know what they are. So, we still have a couple more monsters around, guys. But your turns are
11.
I think 11's a miss.
Yes, 11's a miss. You have only 3 more enemies left.
Are they running away on to their ship because they realize this is a bigger nut to crack than they could handle?
No. I put those ones as a dead guys for now. That are near the actual stairs. One, a giant, like, cobra. They had really good transform into it. Another character. Where he was. There you go. There's another
You
chain
said there are
monster.
two
Which is
going downstairs?
There's 3. They're not got downstairs yet, but they're trying to get there. And then there's a minotaur, a big flail or mace that's on fire, swinging it and hitting.
Edward
trying
is
to fight
gonna
the guy.
summon his 2 panthers to help.
Okay. You summon 2 panthers. Who or what are they attacking? Are they tag teaming or are they attacking individually?
They're helping the ones trying to get downstairs.
All right, so they're going to help the bad guys get downstairs?
Yep. Well, I mean, think about it.
Okay.
Edward's not really on their side.
These 2 shadow panthers here out of nowhere.
Meow.
The Water Ganassi looks over going, "You got to be kidding me, bro. This is not what I wanted, bro."
Zoinks!
All right. Kind of a shaggy.
The panthers are gonna kind of signal to the pirates that they're there to help them. Mainly by going and standing by their side.
You do have Edward 19, you message.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that as well.
Yeah, he messages letting them know, hey, that these are
Friendlies.
yes.
All right. You explain this, and they hear it, and they wonder where it's from. They think it's from the dark beyond, and they believe it. And they're like,
Wait,
John,
let me do a persuasion. Let me do a persuasion.
do a persuasion with advantage. They think you're somebody else.
19.
Explain to me what you say that persuades them to work together with the Shadow Panthers as they believe you're a dark shadow.
You have appeased the dark forces, so I have sent these two panthers to aid you in your endeavors.
You see the Red Minotaur scream, smile, and his flaming mace brightens even more. You see the giant snake get bigger and smile, and you see the demonic creature with chains on his hands, whipping them against other characters, such as myself. Gain another chain or two, like they got stronger from this morale boost. They're trying to head to the door as you see Draximus heading us back to the door, trying to hold it as it's trying to fight one by one off, feeling his own blood splattered against the door, being slashed horribly. What do you guys do next? As now is back to Lemon. You also have Jordan's character trying to help out. I have him downstairs guarding Ophelia right now. This Dragonborn. So, Clement, what are you going to do as you see these three trying to head to the door and you're about 20 feet away from them? Which one do you attack? The Minotaur, the giant snake, or the red whip demon that's whipping my guy?
Who am I closest to?
They're all about the same distance except for the Minotaur. He's probably the closest.
I go and body check the Minotaur.
Roll acrobatics or athletics to run and make sure you can get there with it. And then roll a dexterity check to make sure you.
For the athletics, I got 16 plus 7, 23.
Okay. You get to him just in time to ram right into him.
Do I have advantage with the dexterity?
Roll a dexterity check. Is your higher number of dexterity.
Do I have advantage with it, or is it just straight roll?
For your succession that you had with your ability check, yes. The cheats are one of the best.
I got 21. 17 plus 2.
Okay. You just smash right into him as he's trying to preach to his dark lord. He gets slammed right to the ground, knocked prone for one turn. Who the hell hit me? The king of half my size! As he tries to get up, as he can't yet. So, what do you do now? You're within melee range. You use your first action for that. You still have your bonus action, and you still have your key points. What do you want to do? As he's not prone, meaning you have advantage on your physical attacks with him.
I use Fury of Blows. I got 9 plus 7, 16.
Nice, nice. He's hurt a little bit, but he's not yet. What is your second attack?
The first one was the Fury of Blows, so that was the first one was a 10 damage.
Okay.
I spent a Kai point to get another one.
All right. You get 2 attacks for Fury of Blows.
Oh, okay. No, he's not killing me.
And you can also do Stunning Strike, but he's already knocked prone.
I got a double 7, 14.
14. Okay. He's not prone. You got the advantage. You get it.
For 4 points of damage.
Okay. And you're going to spend 1 more key point and attack 2 more times? Or do you want to do a Stunning Strike?
I'm going to do a Stunning Strike.
All right. Now it's back to your turn. There's you do if you do succeed. You can just throw them off. Fun thing about being
that close to the edge?
yeah,
Then yeah, I'll just knock him off.
you gotta succeed in your Stunning Strike first to knock him off. Or unless because he's not prone on the ground right now. If he was standing, you could, but he's not.
Okay, yeah. So just to do it, is it just a normal attack for doing a Stunning Strike?
Yes. You get a plus to it though as well. Your dexterity bonus.
So I get advantage?
Yes. He is not prone.
A 24.
24. Okay. He is stunned now. So when it's your next turn, you can decide if you want to pick him up and throw him off. Or if Brawl gets to him first, then you guys can tag team throw him off. That's the reaction. Now it is Draximus's turn. I'm going to swing my axe. The advantage. Net 20. I hit the Chain Whip monster. I do 27 damage times 2. So, what is it? 54, sorry. All right, second hit. 20, a dirty 20. Doing 24 damage. He's severely hurt, but is not dead. Can you use my bonus action to attack again? 19 plus 10. All right, is a 29. I do 16 points more of damage. He's not dead, but he's pretty damaged. I end my turn. Princess Ophelia meditates, trying to help guide the storm.
Sorry, you lost you for a second.
We lost you, Dark Trooper. What happened? All right, we'll get to you in a minute. Princess Ophelia is going to focus on that. I got to roll for her. She doesn't succeed. Maybe next turn. Brawl, it is now your turn. What are you going to do?
Okay, which one? Is there anyone right near me?
You're about the same vicinity as Dark Trooper, but he just walked past you to attack the Red Minotaur and just knocked him prone and stunning strikes him. So now he's literally stunned while you're on a flying ship, which is the worst way to fall to your death. There's also a giant snake moving closer to the door, and there's a whip monster that I just beat the hell out of that's almost dead.
Okay. Do a con save.
Advantage, so 219s, wow.
Mine.
Who is this for?
The Minotaur.
If you're stunned, does that automatically make a fail for saves? James? When you're stunned and knocked prone, does that mean you automatically fail saves? No, it has advantage. Okay, I rolled disadvantage. He rolled 2 19s. Never mind. I just wanted to see. So our rule master ruled it out. Okay, you missed for that one. You still have your bonus action left. What would you like
Do
to
a dex save.
do? 6. Who is this to? The chain whip monster or to the minotaur?
Minotaur still.
Okay. How much
4
damage?
points of radiant damage.
That is doubled, or he is weak to radiant damage.
Not sick, really.
You hear him screaming in pain, or more of mumbling in pain because he's stunned.
You're groaning in pain.
Yes, groaning in pain. Thank you. Glowing in a horrible fashion. All right, and now it's Edward Knight's turn. What are you gonna do?
Okay.
Shenanigans. That's what he's gonna do.
I need
The game crash.
Jordan's character to make a acrobatics or athletics save.
For who? The guy that's on the ground?
No,
Minotaur?
Jordan's character.
Oh, 15.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fail.
What happened? Wait, is it acrobatics? I got a plus plus 7 with a 15. So 22.
Okay. He gets out of the way then.
All right. What was it?
I was about to get him with the shadow.
All suddenly, as he's telling Princess Ophelia everything's going to be okay, his tail wiggles and he turns back and sees a shadow and jumps as he sees this claw reach for him and miss. He freaks out. You hear him scream more like a girl than Ophelia does. And Ophelia's like, geez, I didn't know I scream. You scream more like a girl than I do.
And then make a dex save.
Oh, 3 plus, 10.
Okay, so where he falls to, or where he jumps to, he's going to be taking 4 points of acid damage as a ball of acid just drops on the location he lands.
You hear him scream even more. How much damage?
4 points of acid damage.
Over. And Princess Ophelia is like, oh god, we're not alone in this room. And the
And
guard that's in there, just sitting next to the door, pulls out his sword, looking around, seeing Maverick screaming in pain. Or, what's his name? Jordan said his name. Jordan, I should have done this. It's fine. Valor.
for the
Valor
bonus
screaming in pain.
action, I need everyone in that room to make a con save for the bonus action.
That is 3. Oh no. Princess Ophelia got an 18 plus 2. The knight got a 7 plus 2. He failed the 9. And then Baylor got a 14 plus 4. 18. So who failed? Who succeeded?
Those that fail take 12 points of thunder damage.
And with armor, take double. So you see the knight fry for a second. You see some like skeletal kind of like jolting as he gets knocked unconscious hitting the floor. Poof.
And
Blocking
then
the door from anybody getting in.
I need Jordan's character to make a acrobatics or athletics check.
14 plus 7. So 21.
Okay, he's good then. He gets out of the way of the claw, the shadow claw, trying to grab onto him and hold him down to a singular location.
He sees it again, goes, oh, jeez, not again. Jumps away. Lights up his fist, and you see his hands turn to lightning. I think the only thing that'll make these shadows go away is a little more light. Princess Ophelia agrees. She takes her reaction right then and there. With a nat 20, the room goes bright as she raises her finger. The only shadow left is under the bed. What do you do?
I am gonna roll a stealth to see if that's where I'm at.
Either you're being revealed or you're under the bed.
18 plus 6.
24. You hide under the bed. You look around and you see Princess Ophelia looking. You see Baylor looking. Princess Ophelia goes, shh. Baylor looks down. You see Baylor pull out his sword. And Princess Ophelia walk closer to Baylor, kick Baylor, grab the sword, and just slam it right in the middle of the bed, throwing an attack. What is her? She has a +6 with a 13. A 19. Does a 19 hit?
No.
You see a sword slam right in the bed, right past your head, right next to it. And you look right over and you see the reflection of your eye to the sword. And her going, I missed! First time there's ever been aggression in a different kind of manner with her. As you see the sword pull up real quickly. Is there anything else you do before you end the turn?
He laughs as he starts heading through the shadows to a darker area on the ship.
All right, roll a stealth check for me.
Ugh. Nat 20 plus 6. 26.
Your shadow runs right across the little edges of where the light was. Right past the unconscious guard, right under the door. Flying right up the stairs. Over to the engine room. Which way do you choose?
Heading towards the engine room.
Causing some mischief, I see. You head to the engine room. That ends your turn for now.
Yep.
As you get right past all the guards with the nat 20. Explain to me how it looks for you as you enter the engine room before you end your turn.
Okay, do you remember that movie Fern Gully?
Yes.
Remember how the sludge moves?
Oh, yeah.
That's how it looks.
Oh, that's terrifying. Through all the vent systems and everything else, you start moving, and just this ooze, sludge forming in every shadow. Not one person sees you with that nat 20. You make it right in as you go through the ventilations and land down. All the guards are focused on the princess right now, so the engine room is clear. As you see a glowing teal bluish light lighting up an occasional yellow spark of energy. What do you say when you see this room like this? It's what's keeping it afloat, the bullshit. Also, it's kind of like a bomb.
He just looks at it, puts his hands together, and just gives like a grinchy smile. Stays silent, but gives like a grinchy smile, like I'm gonna have some fun.
Oh, this is going to be a good thing to end with soon. All right, so back to the top. The three monsters. One obviously paralyzed. He can't do diddly and or squat on the roll. And he does nothing. One snake attacks Draxma. A nat 20. I take double damage from this thing. I take 40 damage. I got 30 health left as I'm just bleeding everywhere from this giant snake bite, plus the poison damage. 1 poison damage for now. And then now the chain monster attacks, and this is both attacks. Ooh, yay! I do a reaction to attack the chain monster. As I'm in rage form now. Alright, I hit 14 plus 6, a dirty 20. I do 24 damage. How do I want to do this? If I kill the chainwhip monster, we'll split him in half with the big axe. There's only 2 monsters left now. Giant snake and the paralyzed minotaur that's supposed to be the leader, but he has completely failed. Speaking of, Fleming, it is now your turn. What are you going to do to this guy who's stuck here going, woo?
I'm going to throw him overboard.
Alright, he's going to pick him up and throw him off?
Yep.
Alright, roll a strength check for me to pick him up. You got advantage. Do you want help? Do you want to draw to help you just chuck him off together like a funny little heave-hoo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, well, do you roll a strength check for me at the same time? The guy is
18
like,
plus 2, dirty 20.
what'd you get from him?
I got 22 as well.
So, explain to me, guys, how you want to do this.
Well, first I grabbed the guy I grab one arm and his belt, but before I do that, I grab his horn and snap his horn right off and put it in my pouch.
Roll a strength check for me for that. You got advantage because he's paralyzed.
Oh, right.
You really can't fight back.
I got a net 20 plus 3, 23.
All right, so you snap it off, put it right in your pocket, and he's just screaming or mumbling more. A little bit of blood squirting out of that horn hole.
Now I grab him by his belt, and I grab him by his shoulder, and I just him and Draw just lift him over our heads and just chuck him right off.
All right, you guys both do the double chuck. Draw, is there anything you do before the ending? I didn't say anything.
No, just help and chuck him out.
You see him screaming and "Wah!" The
Oh, wait,
paralyzed
did he
finally
make-
breaks.
Wait, Henry,
What?
did he drop his mace?
No, he was frozen with it to his hand.
Oh well.
If you would have mentioned grabbing it before you threw him off.
Nah, it's gone
it's
already.
Oh yeah, he's gone. He's 200, 300, 400. Finally unparalyzed. Trying to raise his hand to cast a spell's flat.
Just goo on the ground.
Island. He happened to find that small island.
Now he's just goo.
All right. Now it's the end. The giant snake looking over as the druid's going, everybody's dead, and he looks back at me, and I'm enraged, and starts seeing me transform because I'm a blood hunter, barbarian, and turning into a giant werewolf with an axe, and blood pouring out with wings, like a werewolf with wings. And the snake's like, I'm not dealing with this today. As it turns into a giant bat and flies off out into the air. No, sorry, not a giant bat.
Clement
A
just so
giant-
happens to see a bucket right next to him, and then picks it up and
I was gonna use guiding bolt at it.
either
You
way.
want to do something? You throw a bucket, you do a guiding bolt. Let's see if they hit.
Dexterity.
A 19 plus 6, 25 for the guiding bolt.
Oh yeah, one of those.
And
what
this
you
is a
do?
level 2. This is
16 plus
the
2.
second level guiding bolt.
An 18.
Doing 20 points of radiant damage.
And for you, Dark Trooper.
I got 18 for dexterity.
He turns into this. Originally trying to turn into a giant hawk, didn't have time. Turns to the giant bat, flies away. Right when he does, a bucket out of nowhere scoops up behind his ass. He flips and spins around, and right when he flips again, all he sees is the lightning bolt strike into this bucket, zapping and frying this bat. Just enough hit points to get back to 0, turning him back into himself. Here's the problem.
He's not falling.
He's falling, and he's a halfling or not. He just turned back into himself inside a bucket,
Oh,
squishing himself in a horrible, painful, deathly matter of blood everywhere as he's falling down to his doom into an ocean where there's sharks everywhere.
Flemeth runs to the edge, yells, "Buckets down!"
Bloop! At the very end.
I'm just imagining the only thing that's left is him just giving me the finger as that only part of his body that's managed to see outside the bucket.
Anything else you guys say or do before we go to the next part?
Nope, I got him done.
that's it.
All the enemies taken out. The pirates, the pirate demon vampires are all dead. Shadow Panthers dissipated as they realized, hey, we're alone. Oof. Especially,
They're like, "Peace out."
all right. Edward Knight, what are you doing before the end of the night, before your character? Are you hanging out on the ship throughout the week? Or is your character going to disappear back and report to Chrome?
He's going to disappear back, but before he does,
You are at the engine core. What are you doing, my friend? I'm excited to hear it.
Something full of shenanigans.
It's a good ending for tonight. What are you doing? Tell me.
Using a flaming sphere on the engine core.
Roll for it, homie. Tell me.
It's a save,
Oh no.
a deck save.
And it's a disadvantage. It is a 6. What does it look like when it hits the energy core?
8 damage, fire damage.
You see this fire energy ball hit the spinning energy core that's hyper fast. You see the blue energy at first glow and stop and then start turning purple, swirling with the red, and start shaking uncontrollably. And the little spirals around it that were protecting it start breaking and shattering off. And lightning everywhere from yellow lightning starts turning red. as it starts glowing uncontrollably and getting bigger and bigger, like it's going to go boom. There's a lot of shadows moving around. Is there anything else you want to do before you say hi? You want to do one more message?
All you're gonna hear as he's exiting is just have fun.
Any message you want to do to Princess Ophelia right before it happens?
The message was literally just shouted through that's all he was gonna say through the shadows.
He shouts it through the whole shadows. The whole ship hears this. The captain's like, "What? What is he saying?" Princess Ophelia going, "Oh no, this is like my dream. Another nightmare. It's real." Valor going, "What the hell are you saying?" Right as you jump through the shadows, energy core. The whole bottom of the ship just blows up and turns us to a nosedive. But we'll tell you what happens there next week on Rolling to Die, and how we survive if we do the crash and or where, how, and what. To be continued. So remember, guys, girls, and squirrels, this was Rolling to Die. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, we're done with your bullshit. It's a crazy clown world out there. To you all, good night. Anybody want to say anything before we end this tonight?
Tune in on Wednesday, 9 p.m. sharp, Eastern Standard Time for our The Chaotic Mind podcast. Be there or be square.
You, DJ the Race, anything you want to say?
May 3rd, expect to see a new album release on May 3rd. Also, May 3rd, you can catch me at Turner Park in Old Town Lansing, Michigan for a live pop-up concert.
Woo!
All right, guys, girls, and squirrels. Hit it. That's the It's dreams!
Ball!
Fire it up!